And welcome to our channel. Again, we've not done very many vlogs, just there's not really been much going on. We had all that rain and now we've just got all the sun now, so we kind of get a happy medium. I've got in here, oh god, what's that stuff? Celery, giant red celery. I do kind of like it, but I just want to do something different. And that's a herb in there. And I'm clearing through this mint, I'm digging it out. The peas and the strawberries, well, they're doing no too bad, but no great. In that area, I need to maybe put more dung in that area next season. The Anderson shelter, it's coming alive. We've just put them all in the pots. And there's Livingston daisies and dahlias and geraniums and other flowers, grasses, and I think Gavin's got some chives, wee poppies out there. Then we can just change the tubs, so that's going to work out a lot better. And the angelica, it's quite big here, but I'll show you the one that's over at the other side. That's really massive. So the garlic, well, it was late in. The chickweed is winning here. I've got fennel, the Swiss chard's going to seed, and I've got sweet corn to go in there. Well, it's not going in there, but to get still to put in somewhere. There's two different kinds, and more garlic in there. That's looking a bit better. The raised beds dry out really quickly, and that's leeks I've still got to put in. And I've got spring onions down in there. They're coming on, they're not bad. And I've done parsnips with seed, like I grew them for seed, and then I've transplanted them in there. And beetroot is up in there amongst the chickweed, and more fennel. Once the forget-me-nots are over, they'll get lifted out, and I'll save some of the seeds in the plants. And another wee wildlife bit, the poppies, and got more wildlife bits now than I've got actual growing bits. But the Acollegius is all nice colours, and obviously the self-seeding, I've just let them go, and it's a nice wee wild area. I've been trying to fill up the pond, but the hose doesn't reach over here. Not sure. The apple tree we trimmed back. I don't know. No, nothing. Well, maybe something's happening, I don't know. And this dual apple, there's a wee bit happening there, and that's just another wee wildflower bit there. And that's a dual cherry. Yeah, we've got a cherry tree here already, it's just down the bottom, and they're sure as anything. But these are, I'm not sure what kind of, because I've had it for about 3 years and it's never done anything. But I can see something's happening, so maybe getting that covered over in case, before the birds start maybe pecking away at the flowers, the cherry, sorry. This quaking grass, it's obviously, I had it in here last year and it's self-seeded, and it's came up everywhere, so it's quite nice, and a big poppy, but it hasn't opened yet. Not sure what that flower is, but it's nice. And the climbing rose is doing good again this season, and that's one I took for cuttings, and it's got buds on it. The squashes, well, they're pretty poor. I might have to give them a wee feed. Not doing that great. And the peas on this side, doing a bit better. There is some wee pea pods starting to come on, and I've got more roses and beetroot down there. And my parsnips that I put in last year, well, they're going to seed, but I'll just leave them to go to seed. I've nothing to go in that, as I say, nothing much goes in that area. And the dianthus is just starting to come out, and all the alliums are out, which are nice, and the foxglove. But the strawberries are pretty poor, but they're fighting with the chickweed as well. I'll have to try and get in and weed. And got a couple of peony roses here. Don't know if they'll flower this season, they might. And the ranunculus, which are quite hard to grow, but I'll need to empty that till because it's full of weeds, I think. And a couple of orange poppies and wild rocket. And I've got quite a few different acollegias. That's quite a nice pretty one. I'll save the seeds off of the ones that's different because I've not got them at home. You can see Gavin's, we planted the small onions from last year that was left, and he just put them in, and well, some are starting to bolt, but they're growing, and he's done a good job at weeding all between his beetroot. And over there we've got the hollyhocks that I grew for seed. They've obviously doubled in size this season, so it'll be interesting to see. I've still got a stack of these roses there starting to flower. I'll maybe pot some into the garden somewhere maybe. And Gavin's got, I'm not sure if they're spring onions or whatever there, but the onions are bolting, so we've just been using them. And the poppies red up at the allotment, the ones I planted last year, they were red last year, but they seem to be white this year for some strange reason at home, so I don't know what's caused that. And I'll just get down here, lupins and the alliums, and the clematises are all just coming. And this is Gavin's peas. Some of them down a bit's got pea pods on them. I've had a bother with the slugs again. So you can see the bolting. But we've just been picking these ones and just having them over our salad, so they're fine, they're not going to waste. It's quite annoying, but the weather, I don't know if that's got something to do with him. His beetroot's doing alright there. He's got sweet corn to go in, and his coriander, and his black cumin herbs down there. And something's been eating his onions in that bed. These were overwinter onions for sets, they're rubbish. And I've got peas in here, they're doing okay. Planted sweet corn in here, and cabbage, and I've done some, the squashes are actually doing better in here, pumpkins. And I've got a sign, I thought they were cabbages, but I can see it's broccoli. But at the minute they're getting eaten by some because I've not covered them over. And Gavin's beans are struggling, but they've picked up a little bit. And you can see there's stacks of flowers on the blueberries, so should get a good crop. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about six bushes, so we'll get a lot. And the kiwi fruit, it's got flowers on it, but it's growing, certainly growing, but nothing yet. And the climbing roses, and I've put some more squashes in there. I'm skipping past these cabbage because I've just not had time to put them in anywhere. More squashes in there, and I've potted some in Gavin's because his got eaten. Another climbing rose is doing well, and the courgettes that's in there. And this is the Angelica, this is 2-year-old. It's massive. Now I'm going to have a look at the stem because you seemingly can eat it, but I'll have to go on YouTube and find out how you do it. And I've got cauliflower in there, the chickweed. I was trying to weed, but I was pulling out more cauliflowers than the sun's quite shining here. But that is away up to the fence, the Angelica. It's actually being tied back because it's got so big. I've got cauliflower in there, which, you can see I covered it with the wood chippings. They've not gotten eaten. Gavin's lost hundreds, I don't know how many. He's put, well, no hundreds, but he's put in loads and they keep getting eaten by the slugs. He's tried everything, and someone's eating his onions, so we don't know what that is. Gavin's got his carrots in. I've not managed to do carrots this season as yet. And down this fence, got some more peony roses, a buddleia, a grew for seed, It's a couple of years on now. And more rose cuttings, which I'm hoping to train them up this fence. Some giant lilies, some strawberries, some ferns. Gavin's got cabbages in there. They're doing better in there. I think he's just going to do them in the raised beds next season. I'm doing potatoes in these tubs. Don't know what they'll be like, but I'm just trying it, see what it's like. My onions are bolting. Overwinter onions are bolting as well. As I say, we're just using them anyway. And I've got broccoli and cauliflower and spring onion, pickled onions actually in here, which seem to be doing alright with the bark round them. I think I've lost a couple, but I know very big. And I've got a bed of nettles. I still working my way through that one. And the potatoes, they're doing okay. Needing weeded obviously. Gavin's got pea pods. Every time he's planted these 2 rows with that slug stuff, different slug stuff, and they've still got eaten. And I don't know, so he's not got anything else to go in, he's going to grow some more. He's got some cabbages and the cauliflower, but I can see they're getting eaten considering there's a net on them for the, so it must be slugs in his peas. And I've got down here, I've did a cutting garden, so I've got wild seed flung in there, and I'm doing more fennel because I like it, and onions, different kinds of onions here. And I'll maybe do a row of cabbage there at the bottom. So basically that's us. There's the wildlife bits are taking over the growing bits actually. But it's a wee bit of colour. We've nothing to go in because we lost a lot of stuff with the weather, and then obviously time as well. Seem to always never have any time. And beetroot growing in there, but the peas are coming on and I'll get them tied in a wee bit. And that's basically where we're at. Tomatoes, I'm not even going up there because there's nothing to talk about. A wee poached eggplant down there, it comes back every year, but certainly when the alliums and that start coming out, look really nice. I will pick some of these flowers to take up the road, but that's all for now. I've been just up watering today. It's quite hot. We've not had any rain for, I don't know, we're moaning it rained all the time, and then we're moaning it's not raining. But we'll get there, and I'm digging out this mint, so I'll get the rest of that bit cleared so I can put something else in there and see what's happening. And that's basically for the allotment just now. So it's bye bye for now. Bye bye, bye bye.